I am Simmone Park, and fun fact, Park is actually the third most common Korean last name. Yeah, Kim Lee Park makes up 50% of all Korean people. And I should know, I mean, I'm so Korean, I'm half North Korean and half South Korean. Yeah, you guys think your Thanksgivings are hard? Yeah. I have cousins from one side trying to throw missiles to the other side. There's kimchi shrapnel everywhere. There's an alcoholic uncle in the corner just writing love letters to Donald Trump. It's a scene. I'm just kidding. We always invite our North Korean cousins, but they can just never seem to make it out. Yeah. Growing up, I feel like I was expected to be this good Korean girl, which meant that I had to be polite, and I had to play the piano and violin. And of course I had to be good at math, because you know what they say, right? Once you go Asian, you'll never miss the equation. Thank you. Keep it going. Yeah. Here's the thing though, I also grew up in the hood. So I was good at math, but I was good at hood math. So it didn't matter if it was dice, dominoes, playing cards, shooting pool. I was out there hustling every day because I was just like probability, statistics, angles. You know, come to think of it, the first time I ever gave a guy a hand job and I was like circumference with an upward trajectory carried 2. And I was so skilled, the guy left me a 20. I happen to know for a fact that you can fit exactly 3 1/4 pounds of weed into one violin case. Yeah, my parents were really surprised when I wanted to upgrade to cello. It's like nobody thought that this Asian girl was capable of doing anything illegal. So I was actually 14 years old when I first started buying alcohol with a fake ID. The white cashiers just couldn't tell us apart. I mean, I was 40, but I could have been, I was 14, but I could have been 40, and named Ling Ling. But it goes both ways. You know what happens to Asian women? We look like this. Then all of a sudden, without warning, bam, we're a short, fat, hideous, toothless beast with a hunchback and a perm. And it's my birthday next week. I'm gonna be 37 years old. Thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how much time I have left. So I've thrown myself out there into the dating world. And dating as a woman in her 30s is tough. Yeah, I heard grown over. Exactly. Because they say the 30s is where a woman reaches her sexual peak. I'm peaking like the duck. I can barely make it through the produce aisle of a grocery store without getting a little turned on. And I try to eat organic, but something about those GMO zucchinis. Or like, you know when you see 2 dogs in heat and they're just humping the dogs in heat? I look at that and I'm like, lucky bitch. Yeah. The worst thing, well not the worst thing, but it's something that's not too nice, is for an Asian woman, there's this thing called Asian fetish or yellow fever, which is where white men want to feel better about their penis size. No. No, but it's where men want to exclusively date Asian women because they think that we're, you know, subservient and passive and... And it's like, that might be the case for some Asian women from Asia. Not so much Asian women raised in the hood, you know? It's like, wow, your English is really good. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, you know it's getting bad out there, folks, when you're angry about Asian fetish and yellow fever because the racism's not working for you. But I would say the absolute worst thing about being a woman in her 30s and dating is that as soon as a man finds out how old you are, he automatically assumes that you immediately want to have a baby. And he's absolutely right. Absolutely right. Like, every period at this point is just a painful reminder that that's also not a baby. No? All right. Yeah. I went to the doctor and found out if I got pregnant today, it's considered a high-risk geriatric birth. I was like, I'm sorry, what is that? Can you explain a little bit more? I don't understand. Like, does that mean I'm going to give birth to Benjamin Button? Does that mean that at my baby shower, people will be gifting me, like, tiny little baby orthopedic shoes? Like, what does that mean? I don't know. But I've still decided that I'm going to have a baby. Thank you. The one guy. Like, we'll talk later. And here's why. Okay? As an Asian female comedian, I feel like it's the best way for me to really launch my career. What, am I Wong? Because I can be, if it'll get me a Netflix special. Not like most white people can tell us apart anyways. I'm Simmone Park, you guys have been a great